It's one of the first questions people ask after they're hurt in any kind of accident. Who pays for all the medical bills? It's definitely a question viewers have been asking our legal expert, Phil Harding. He's here today and every Friday to answer questions like this. And today we're continuing our law school for the layperson. I love that. I love that you put that title on it. So I don't think a lot of people know that you can get insurance help from more than one place after an injury. That's what we're talking about today, right?
We are, and this is a lot of people that come and talk to me have no idea about this. And our law school for the layperson here is in full swing. And today we're talking about the many different levels that you can have during an injury situation.
Mm-hmm. Well, how many different levels of recovery are there? You mentioned there are many.
Yeah, and so I want our viewers to know that when they're injured, there may be 2, 3, or more insurance policies that can cover their injuries. Now, this is not just when they're injured in a car accident, but when they're on the property of another. I want you to think of it like an onion. You're peeling back the layers. And so let's talk first about medical coverage, okay? We have a graphic about this. And so these are different levels when you are hurt, this different onion that we're peeling back. Now, MedPay. There is this thing called MedPay that you have on your car insurance unless you signed a waiver. Most people don't know that, but it's on your car. And so this MedPay will initially pay. Or if
you can use that on
medical coverage.
Medical coverage,
for, even if you don't have health insurance or any other insurance. Also, if you're injured at the house of someone else, generally that MedPay is there as well. And that is paid regardless of who's at fault.
Wow.
There's also health insurance, but you know, a lot of people don't have health insurance, so the MedPay will kick in first. Also, there's Medicaid and Medicare, and it's really important to go over this thing. So let's talk about this. Let's go over all of this. And so with these medical payments, you might have to pay them back, which is known as subrogation. Okay, remember we talked about that word?
Oh, we always talk about that word, yeah. We're
subrogation.
Inserting it in here too, okay.
Right, and it's that big word. So subrogation, MedPay under Colorado law, and this is generic first of all, MedPay you do not have to pay back, but just to make sure, you need to talk to an attorney, and every policy has a different wording. So talk to an attorney about that. Medicaid and Medicare you do have to pay back. And then finally, let's talk a little bit about health insurance.
Okay.
Health insurance you have to pay back with an exception.
Well, how do you, the thing is, you know, when you're in an accident and you're going through this, you really have to hire an attorney to know all of this. It's not something that your insurance company is going to tell you.
They definitely don't tell you. You hire an attorney because they always give free consultations, first of all, right?
Okay.
The other
Hire
thing
Phil.
Hire Phil. The other thing to know is I want to talk about this one exception. Remember how I said there's an exception to health insurance to determine if you have to pay them back? And so with this health insurance, there is a law that took place in 2010. It's called Colorado's Make Whole law.
Okay.
And so let's talk about that. We have a graphic that kind of goes over it, and this is Colorado's Make Whole law. It says any provision in a policy, contract, or benefit plan allowing or requiring reimbursement or subrogation in circumstances in which the injured party has not been fully compensated is void against public policy. Isn't that just as clear as mud?
No. I'll be totally honest with you. No.
All right, so let's talk about it, because a lot of people want to know, what does it mean to be made whole? How can you tell if someone has been made whole or not? And so let's go over it. To determine if someone has been made whole, generally there's insurance that's out there. And let's talk about a car accident. So if you're involved in a car accident and you accept the policy limits of this car insurance that hit you, it's presumed that you are not made whole. And I want to explain this more. What policy limit is, remember here in Colorado, we have a minimum, a state minimum that's called $25.50. And what that $25.50 means is the first $25 is the most that an insurance company will pay one injured party. The $50,000 is the most they'll pay to the entire party. So if there's 20 people injured, the most one person can get is $25,000. The most all of them can get is $50,000.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, just remember, now if the person accepts these policy limits, it's presumed they are not made whole, so they don't have to pay back their health insurance. I want to go on to one other thing and talk about this. And I want to talk about what happens, how can you get more insurance? So if this person that injured you was driving someone else's car, there's other insurance there. I want to talk about a case, as a matter of fact, that we have, and we were talking before we came here, and it's very interesting. So my client got injured by a girl that was driving her boyfriend's car, right? And so you think, all right, well, you can recover against the car, against the girl, but we dug into it, and this girl, her mom and dad were divorced, and they had joint custody. So now the mom and the dad's insurance policies, so now we're up to 3 insurance policies. We're going after the mom's policy, we're going after the dad's policy, we're going after the boyfriend's policy. But now remember how I told you about MedPay, that it is on your car insurance? So is this thing called uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. So unless you signed a waiver, you have this UMUIM that you can stack on top of the lower policy limits. So, here's an important thing. You have to give the policy limits notification to your UMUIM. And I know it sounds complicated, so replay this segment. It's so important that you can understand this. But here, in that one example, you're collecting against 4 different insurance policies to make sure they're on top of each other. And I know it sounds confusing, and I know it's hard, but really, that's why we have this law school for the layperson.
Yes, and that's why you need to call Phil. So if you have any legal questions for Phil, he wants to hear from you. Just log on to coloradosbest.tv, look for his photo and click there. You can submit your legal questions, and he takes the time to answer them personally. He might even address your question right here on Colorado's Best. If you'd like to contact Phil at his office, Harding & Associates, the number's 303-762-9500, or you can catch them online at hlaw.org. Well, coming up on Colorado's Best, we're having